thought I would do a check-in. I have not actually done a vlog since transfer day. Today is Monday, so it is 6 days since I did transfer, and for the most part feeling pretty good. Day 3 I was having some quite sharp pinch cramping, and I was really, I guess, as much as you can, enjoying that, because that's right around when the embryo should have been implanting. So hopefully it was implantation cramping I've been feeling that day. Like I said, today's been about day, if you include the day the transfer happening as day 1, then today's day 6. Yeah, so for the most part it's been pretty good. So I've been getting quite a lot of waves of nausea, but haven't had that today, so I don't know if I feel like that's a good or a bad thing. Yeah, and I guess honestly I'm just trying to take each day as it comes. I believe that life is at conception, and so for me, a couple of people ask, oh, so when are you pregnant, you know, when is that confirmed? And I'm like, well, to me, I am pregnant. I know that. It's for me, it's like when transfer happened and our embryo made it to day 5 and they put it in me, I was pregnant. So I'm just, for me, I'm officially pregnant, and I've just been trying to enjoy that as much as I can. It has been back to injections, which I'll have to take in a minute, for support. These ones again have a bit of an air bubble, and that doesn't feel great. And honestly, between this medication, but mainly the progesterone, I've not been faring too well on that. I feel like that's the worst medication for me in terms of highs and lows and like all over the show hormones. Yeah, so honestly for me, I was doing good until last night. A lot is going on in our world right now. Obviously we are in the middle of the transfer process, waiting for our pregnancy test. But we also, Chad left today for a trip for 2 weeks. He gets back on the 17th, and we leave for Bali on the 20th, and he doesn't get home till the afternoon. So he's really only home for 2 days, and then we're gone. And so when we get back, we're supposed to be moved out that weekend, which is like 3 days later. So pretty much I have to pack up a house in 2 weeks by myself. I am back at work. I start school this week. That's my injection. Back at school this week. I actually have to find a rental, do the application, all that kind of stuff on my own, and try and get that happening. And so then just the way it goes, the washing machine died, and so trying to get that sorted out. And of course we're at my brother's, so it's not ours, and it might just be like a faulty code, something like that. But we've tried draining it, we've tried doing all sorts of things, and it's not doing what it's supposed to, so it seems like it's pretty dead. So trying to get that sorted for my brother so he doesn't come back from his trip and have all of that. And then the exhaust fan in the bathroom, that needs to be replaced. There was just all these things that I felt like were adding up, including like having to get Chad a pair of trousers for the wedding that didn't fit, so now I have to take them back. I have to order another pair online. I've done all of that, you know, so there was a lot of back and forwarding, and individually it's not a lot, and usually I would handle each thing at a time, and I might feel a little bit stressed, but last night I had a full-blown panic attack, and the scariest thing for me was I could feel it coming on, and Chad had cooked dinner, so it was really nice, and I was like, before I could even eat, I had to go to the bathroom, and I tried to just wash my face and calm myself down, And then I was just getting so hot and overwhelmed, I actually had to strip down to like a tank top and my shorts. And it was just like, I felt it overwhelmingly come over me. And I am rationally telling myself, I know this is the hormones. Calm yourself down, try and just breathe, try not to start crying. And I could not rein it in. And so then I had to sit down on the couch. Chad had just brought dinner to, you know, the couch and the coffee table for us to eat, because we don't really have a dining table here. And I was like, I didn't even know what to do. So I just, as best as I could, ask, could he like rub my back or something? And I was like hysterically crying. I couldn't breathe properly. I was trying to just concentrate on like breathing out and not breathing in, and that wasn't helping. And so I actually got to the point where Chad actually had to grab me, hold me, and almost like rock and soothe me. And I've never had that. And that scared me. And of course, then in my mind, what is almost triggering it again, like a second wave of it, was like, and what if this happens and he's gone for 2 weeks, and what am I going to do? And he's like, well, you can call someone. I'm like, so I'm just supposed to be having a panic attack for 15, 20, half an hour till someone could get here. And of course I was like, and then what triggered it off was like, and what if I get bad news while he's away? I'm not going to be able to cope. And yeah, that's kind of what set it all off. So after calming down, still having to take all my drugs and my hormones, I know that one of the side effects from this particular brand of progesterone is that anxiety is really very high. It's a common thing, and so I just have to keep an eye on it. So I might have to do some calling around today and get some extra, I guess, support put in place while Chad's gone, especially for when I hear the news. And I'm feeling positive and good for the most part, but there's a little bit at the back of my brain that keeps wanting to come forward that's like, but what if it's not? What if it's not? And it's like, well, I knew that from the beginning that that's a possibility, but for my brain and my feelings right now, it's just a bit much. So that's where I'm up to. Like I said, a lot's been going on. That's why I haven't done a vlog in a little while, and I'm a little bit behind with what's just posted. So hopefully by the time this one comes out, we'll all be caught up. And my hope is for the next vlog after this, in the middle of the 2-week wait, I will share my coffee promise story, and that is really just how God promised me that we would be pregnant, that we would have a baby, and so I just thought that might be an interesting one. If you are not a believer, thank you for watching. I love you, and hopefully you'll get a chance to kind of see how God speaks to me anyway. And yeah, so I'd love to be able to share that with you. And even though I guess technically in my brain I feel like I could have coffee right now, I guess I'm just waiting to hear that call and the confirmation that things have gone the way we were hoping. So I love you all. Please know I am praying crazily for you, especially if you're in the middle of this incredible wacky world journey of IVF, or you're just thinking about getting into it, or if you want to know how to get involved, especially if you're in Perth, Western Australia. I've already been able to message with one person from a group that I'm involved with, and hopefully get her on the right track. She's like, I just can't afford it, and so I kind of talked a little bit through her with some of the process. So if there's any questions you have for me, please feel free to write it in the comments below, or like my Facebook page at Katie Kanga Pouch at Facebook. And that way, if you click and like, it means we can actually chat in the messenger area. So that way, if you have any prayer points, I'd love to pray for you, or if you have any questions, I can answer them directly there, rather than me trying to track you down or do it openly in the comments below. Either way, I would love to answer any questions that you have as best as I can and support you however I can. So love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.